Welcome to Chat with Chad. We are, excuse the my appearance. I do have oxygen on. That is the recovery thing that I'm dealing with right now after coming out of the hospital 2 days ago. I have a oxygen sensor that tells me if I talk too much or anything like that. So I'm gonna adjust here a little bit. So tonight, as advertised, I'm going to talk about what happened to me and kind of show everybody my oxygen level is good at 93. I'll be monitoring. I have my family around me to make sure I don't talk too much. And so I am going to talk a lot. I have the ability to talk for a while. What, again, I'm going to go through again what happened to me, how it happened, everything else, kind of a little information. Then I've got a couple great tips. One tip on, what if this was you and in your business and you needed to, or not needed to, you were taken out of your business for a month or longer. Because I can't go back to masters. I can't even walk 20 steps right now. So I will go ahead and tell you that process. So as and I'm in the living room, so sorry. We are then going to talk about. I got a tip for how to find people to hire. We brought in 25 applications in less than a week. 10 of them are awesome. We've already in the process of, hiring doesn't just happen overnight, but I'm pretty sure that by the end of next week, not only will we be fully staffed, but we'll be fully staffed for less than $500 budget. And so I'll be going through that here in a little while too. So let's talk COVID. So I'm not going to get political. I don't care what your belief is on the vaccine. I did not take the vaccine. That's my personal choice. But that's not really why I landed in the hospital. Whether your beliefs of that is or not, I have been speaking, and I had 5 doctors in the hospital: infectious disease, an actual CDC, a resident, an RT, which is respiratory therapy, and then I had I think there was one more, I don't remember, something to do with blood. So I got COVID. Doesn't matter where. Essentially, I got it as soon as I got back from homecoming, literally that day, and then got tested on. That was Saturday. Got tested on Monday, and then on Monday night, I was positive on Monday, which I knew I was. I had chills and nothing big. So I went to a local doctor here. They ended up prescribing me the ivermectin, a whole bunch of pills, and my as you know, that week I worked. I was doing great. Things were awesome. So here's the lesson on COVID that I didn't know. This isn't political. This isn't whatever. I'm going to tell you, really, from the CDC, everybody who talked to me about what COVID really is from a medical standpoint and how they treat it and what it is. COVID has a spike in it. When you get COVID, it has a spike on its molecule. It attaches to anything that is an underlying condition in your body, and then it brings it to your lungs. So what did Chad have? I had 3 bacterias in my blood. I don't know the names of them. My wife has all that. These 3 dormant bacteria spiked, went directly to my lungs on day 10 and 11, put me in the hospital. So as I got in the hospital, scared to death, if anyone doesn't know my story, my best friend died October 2nd last year. Very heart filming thing alone. It was horrendous. We went through that experience, and we still are living that experience. I mean, his anniversary is coming up in a week or two, and it was very heart fulfilling for us. He's gonna be my second daughter's father-in-law. We were hunting buddies, and it was traumatic and tragic. So here, fast forward a year later, I get COVID, and it happens exactly like me, except I got treatment before when he went to the hospital or went to the doctor, got COVID. They sent him on Motrin. So I'll say that again. They sent him home on Motrin. They gave him nothing. Didn't even tell him to take zinc. Didn't tell him to take anything. Well, me, I got the ivermectin. I got zinc. I got all this whole plethora of vitamins and drugs and whatever. And I went well through that whole week. I did my mastermind class where I've got 12 wonderful chimney people and a couple outside the chimney people. And that day, which was the following Monday, day 10, after I've been diagnosed, you could have watched me in this mastermind group go from vibrant to literally could barely breathe. And so I went back and so I had another session after that with a client, canceled him, went in the bedroom, and literally struggled all night to catch my breath. My my monitor was holding at 70 to 75. I could get it up to 90 at times. So that's why we didn't go to the emergency room right away, because I could get it. So the next day, called the doctor. Did a Zoom call with the doctor, and did a Zoom call with the doctor, and they said go to the go to the emergency room. You gotta get admitted. You need oxygen. So I went in, got into the ER. They got me oxygen really quick. Put me on, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 liters. It was not much, and it got me right up to 95. But then they decided, obviously to admit me because of that. And so I went a day doing very well, sitting there breathing around 98 percent oxygen on, I think, 3 or 4 liters, which is still COVID. Still should be in the hospital. Doing well, not thinking anything's going to happen. And then that second night I was there. Now I'm alone. I'm 100% alone with nurses and doctors, like the rest of the country. And so I'm there. At 3 o'clock second night, I feel my lungs just collapse. And I go from needing 4 liters of oxygen to the maximum they'll do on this floor, which is 60 liters at 85% pumping. And they had to put a tube that's this big on me all around my thing, just like this, but big. And it's moisturized and heated. And it gave me 60 liters of oxygen a minute or an hour, a minute, an hour, I don't know, whatever. But and I was 50. They put it at 85% instead of 100. If they'd had to go up to 100, I'd had to go to the next floor and been on, not on a ventilator. They put you on the CPAP. And when you go to the CPAP, it's bad. And then CPAP, you go to ventilator. So here I'm scared to death. Watched my best friend go through all this, but died a week later in the hospital. I'm alone. My daughter calls me. I was stable now. So they put that on me. I was stable. I held at that 85%. I never got worse, which was such a blessing. So then my oldest daughter calls me up and goes, Governor Abbott of Texas, or the Senate in Texas last year, passed a law, COVID or not, September 1. Now I went in August 31st. September 1, you're allowed a visitor whether they have COVID or not. And they made it a law. So my 2 oldest daughters, got on the phone with the hospital and told them about Bill HR something, 21, blah, 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 and raised holy shit in hell to get my wife in there with me every day. She showed up 24 hours later. Human touch. She brought me lunch every day. She was in the hospital with me for 18 days with me. Now she'd show up around noon and then leave at 7. But I had that. And I'm going to tell you, it saved my life. It was awesome. So as I as I progress, they found out right away that day one that I had these 3 bacteria in my blood that were dormant, that the COVID spiked into my lungs. And so all they wanted to do now was keep my breath, keep me under that oxygen level, and treat that underlying condition that I had. And well, it took 17 days for the blood to be clear. And as soon as the blood was clear, I mean, literally the day they told me my blood was clear, I was already going down in oxygen. I was already at 45 by the time they told me. And then when I was clear, I went from 45 in 3 days down to 1. So vaccine or not, it's all about your underlying conditions. So I got pretty close to the nurses. I don't care what this is. You want me to talk political? I'll talk a little political. Half the people in there had COVID too, and everybody had the same outcome, depending on what their underlying conditions were. So I don't know. I can't talk about other hospitals. I can't talk about the hype that's going on around the country about being vaxxed or not. I can tell you this: the hospital I'm in had, I believe we had 48 beds, all of them full, and almost 50 of them were vaxxed and 50 of them were not. And it did not matter who went upstairs to the CPAP. It all had to do with the underlying conditions and could they treat it. And a few people did die while I was there, and they had like high diabetes, high blood pressure, around 50 to 60 years old. And so it's tragic and it was hard. I had to deal with a couple of nurses that had to, or they were their patients, and I was talking to them, you know. And so I had a couple of nurses get in trouble coming to talk to me because I was talking like crazy. Once my oxygen was good, I'm a people person. I just wanted to help them as much as they were helping me. And I had a couple of nurses hug me and got my phone number. I'm taking a couple of them out for dinner, our family next week. And so they're travel. A lot of these are traveling nurses too. They're not local. Like I have a nurse from New York. I had a nurse from New Orleans. I had a nurse from Miami, and I had a nurse from let's see where else. That's all I remember at this point. But anyway, so I now I was able to make it home Monday. I can walk about 20, 25 steps right now. My oxygen level will dive. It'll dip down. So the recovery time right now is literally getting to the point of being able to walk again and hold my air. This could take 2 weeks, a month. I progressed every day very well. Monday I couldn't get up and go to the bathroom. Today I can walk outside. I got some comments here, so let's see what we got here. I was planning on coming on Family Emergency Care. Okay, Justin, no problem. Mark Storm, hey man, I'm glad to see you back in the saddle. Thanks. And then, damn man, yeah, Tim, yep. So, I have something kind of funny, not funny. I have, here we go. So also, so I get home, I can walk about 20 feet right now, maybe a little longer. And it's going to take, like I said, it's going to take a couple weeks to maybe a month. You know, I probably won't be at a tree stand till maybe late October, hopefully. And I can travel a little bit if I had to. I got things, but I mean, this thing right here is hooked up to this machine in my bedroom. It's got like a 100-foot cord. We could move it. But like I can sit outside. I've been sitting outside. But really what I've been trying to do is work with masters and work with my clients a little bit, trying to get everybody back on track, and just trying to, you know, be an influencer to help everybody be a better company again. That's my goal. It's interesting to see, you know, the people that stick by and the people that don't. I haven't anybody that don't. I'm just saying the support. I said that wrong. The support that I've gotten is, I honestly, I'm not going to cry. I should be bawling right now. You guys in this industry are awesome. I gotten texted, even called, video called, from more people, and even people I don't even know. I mean, I'm so blessed and thankful for everything, from everybody. And so, I love this industry. I love helping people. I absolutely adore my life, my family, and I wish I could help 100 more people to coach them. I really do. Um, and so, but let's so that really that's it. I mean, that's my COVID story. I'm still in recovery. I lost 20 pounds. I have little howdy doody legs. My arms, which I used to have pretty good arms, they're gone. But I'm back on my good diet. I obviously can't work out yet, but PT comes tomorrow morning. I get to start my first PT, which is cool. Everybody know I've been fortunate enough to be able to afford the best insurance, so I bought good insurance. So this didn't cost us that much. Our out of pocket was only like 10 grand, and I got 5 kids, so this probably didn't cost me 2 or 3 grand total. So I'm lucky there. And so for my insurance, so that's the thing. If you don't have insurance and you're self-employed, I mean, it's an expense you need to go get. I mean, just go get some. You're gonna need it, and so you just never know, right? So let's talk business. That's my COVID story. So let me think here. What was my advertisement on here? I know I've got it. Okay, so let's talk the big thing. Small truck company, big truck company. Could you survive what happened to me? Think about it right now. Ask your question. Could your team, whether you have one guy or 50 people, survive? So let me tell you what happened to me. Literally, when I got scared, because you don't think I got scared when I was in the hospital? I was scared to death, literally. So everybody knows me and Mark Stoner become fast, truly best friends. And like Darren Bevo, I love him. He's checked up on me a lot. A lot of guys have. I mean, so but I'm gonna go back to Mark for a second. I have the best management team ever, and I have doubted them way too long. We've been putting a plan together to get Masters turned around for, the last year since COVID. We've done it. Had a record September. These guys are just killing it. Well, here I go in the hospital. I'm scared to death that I'm going to die. My wife, all this stuff, right? So at a moment, and I called Mark. And I said, dude, if I die, I need you to step in and help us. He goes, I already got it for you, brother. And so, I already got a team to come in and help you if you need it. So your wife just makes the call. We're on it. So do you have that? If you don't, okay. But if you do, but forget that. Let's talk about if you just need a team, your own team that you're already working with right now. Can your one or two guys run your company while you're gone for a month, 3 months? So what do you do if you don't have that? Well, let's talk about it right now. Let's have that hard conversation. Are you hiring the right people? Are the people that you have trained good enough and trustworthy enough to go to the bank for you? Do they know to go to the bank for you? Can your wife handle giving it to the bank? Do you have an office person that could go to the bank? What do you have contingency plans to where something happens I would write a plan of contingency for someone. Like we have a CFO, David Bishop is my CFO outside of Ray, who's our outside CFO who helps David. I have a death file on him. If he were to die, I have a file I can go to see how he pays the bills, how he has to do everything. So I have that for him. And for me, they didn't skip a beat. I've already built my business to where we made money. I mean, we came, everything was great, but do you have that? So at some point in time, you need a plan. I mean, this is your plan. This is your wake-up call. You need a little plan to where if you get in a car accident or something were to occur to you that you are not going to be at your business. I mean, let's face it. The fact of the matter is This is the second time this has happened to me. This isn't the first, it's the second. When I lost my business the first time with with my appendix, now I'd already been building it up to I had like 4 or 5 employees. But I mean, I lost everything. We had to restart and we restarted, but now I didn't miss a beat. And honestly, if you don't set up this plan to everybody to know how to do the banking, how to do everything else, and everyone going, and I'm talking about you. If you're a 4-person company, someone else needs to know how to do what you're doing. That you've got to have at least one person who is right now at least knows this stuff to help you out. Because let's face it, most of the time you're not going to be sitting there like brain dead. You're going to still be able to talk to them while you're in the hospital or at home on convalescence and stuff like that. But you need to have that plan. Please get you a plan. If you need help with that plan, call me. We'll figure it out. We'll start working together. We'll get you there quickly too. Um, and so that's really, I think that's people. Everyone thinks we're invincible. You're not. It's going to happen possibly. So have that plan. All right. Enough about that. I mean, I know you're hearing that from me, but hey, second time in my life, and so let's talk hiring, the real deal here. So I'm laying in bed, right, in the hospital. We've been spending, we had a plan at Masters that we recognized. I recognized probably last March that we just were not hiring the right people and not having enough people, nor were they trained properly. And as most of y'all know, we hired Jim Brewer for the safety training. We actually hired him again coming next 2 weeks from now to do our gas training. We got on Surefire. Cody got certified. John got certified through CCP. I've got slated 20 people to get certified in February of 2022 with CSIA right now. We needed a plan to find how to hire people right. Hired a consultant. They were okay to help us out. Kind of more of a Kent Wesley thing. He's doing good in the industry with helping people hire. But we needed to find the right people, and we needed to train them properly, and we needed to learn. I may be certified master chimney technician, but I needed to learn a little bit more about chimney stuff. So I started studying a little bit. Starting seeing what a lot of my awesome clients are doing with the masonry and stuff. And so what did we do? I decided to really concentrate on better inspection stuff, better identification, try to find better employees to do the work. And our educators are what we call youth sweeps. There are educators that sell. They don't do any of the work. They just educate and inspect. So I started spending, golly, probably in May, probably this is no joke, $1,000 a week on Indeed. And we did get 3 good hires out of it. We actually got 4. One had to quit. He got COVID, and his family all was in the hospital, him, his little girl, and his wife. And he had to move back to Waco to live with his parents. They lost their house. They lost everything. And he went cold on us. We thought he just disappeared. We got his truck back. Come to find out, he was in the hospital for longer than I was, and his whole family was. So anyway, lost him. So then, okay, so we go this summer. Everything starts going well, but we're spending just all this money on Indeed, Craigslist, and not finding anyone better than when we did back in by the time we hired these guys in June. So here, fast forward, Cody calls me and says, we need to hire someone. We need to hire more educators in Dallas. I'm like, why? I thought we had them. He told me about the one guy, and then he says, we need 2 more. I said, okay, all right. Let me figure it out. And I was in the hospital. This is last Friday. So I decided, you know what? Everyone always says Facebook's terrible. I'm going to try it. So I went to Facebook. I took out an ad, which I'll show you here in a second, for crew members. Because that's been our hard part, really. We really need crew members right now. Good construction guys, too. I don't need day laborers. I need guys that know how to use a tape measure and square things up and stuff. I don't even need masons right now. I just need guys that are that can learn masonry, that are hands-on. So this is what I did. Interesting. It's not letting me share. Choose what you want to share. Okay. Okay. So you can see my screen, I guess, right? So I want to go like, no, maybe we'll stick to this one. There we go. Okay. You see an infinite screen here. So go right here. Oops. I don't know why this isn't working. Because you see all the way down through here. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying here. Let's stop the screen share. Let's try it again. Share. Screen share. Yeah, it keeps doing this. Just the window. Let's try this. Share. All right. I don't get it. All right. Let's see here. Not working. We're going to get this, guys. Sorry, I don't want to lose anybody here because this is pretty important stuff. Stop screen share. Share screen. Screen is easiest with two monitors. Okay, so it's just the window. Chrome tab. Oh, here we go. I got it. Masonry share. So I believe you can see my screen right now, right? Can anyone give me a chat? Give me some chat. I agree. Let's go through some of the stuff, and then we'll see here. Facebook user, I don't know who it is. I agree. The amount of people who called me while I was in the hospital was amazing. Greatest in history I've ever worked in. Chat, I love to connect. Great advice. Thank you. Still blurry, but better. How are we doing now, guys? Someone type. Can you see my? I need to see. Can you see what I'm doing right now? Can you see my mouse circling open jobs? Someone please type yes or no, so that I can just talk while I'm off screen. Yes, looks good, Jamie. So you can see me good. All right, so I'm going to go here. So what did I do? So if you have a business page on Facebook, okay, here's my business page. I went and I made an ad. So here's my open jobs. So this ad, I'm going to start with my crew one. I took this one out, I believe Friday or Saturday. I said Friday, right? So here's my ad. I'm going to show you the promotion. Here's the view the ad. So master services. So I'm going to read it to you. This is an ad I just created. I made this up in the hospital bed. So this is not a job posting. It's a career posting. Do you want honest, challenging, and prideful days? Do you want to get paid your worth? You but you want to be recognized for your accomplishments? Do you want to learn a trade that pays? Are you accountable? On the job training for career path to success for life. Become a crew leader in a little 6 months in your own truck and assistant helper underneath you. You just show up on time, Monday through Friday, and will literally provide the rest. You must be able to climb ladders, roofs, blah, blah, blah. Driver's license. We booked out 1 to 3 year all year. We're also in Oklahoma City. You know, if you want to move around, we're the largest fireplace chimney company in Texas, top 10 in the USA. That may not be true, but hey, I embellished, baby. But either way, and we're looking to double our business in 3 years. Paid holidays. We're generally seeking motivated individuals that want a future. If you want it, we got it. Show up. And then $13 to $20 an hour, apply, and that's it. So this is our numbers on that ad right there. We got 10 apps in like literally a day or two. And we've hired 2 construction guys and I think 1 other guy off that. And it's been awesome. So that's that ad. So now you want to talk about the sales guys. I took this ad out 2 days ago. I got another one that just came up. We had 12 applicants. So let me show you this ad. View promotion. So this one's a little controversial. And I'll tell you why. Because this is what my guys can make. Cody's done double this in a paycheck. When I'm done, I'll just show it to you right now. $3,500. My Cody, he's actually made $6,000 in a week before. So it's out there. But I didn't want to type that up. But anyway, but this is the ad I took for what you would call a sweep or sales guy or an estimator. Again, career posting. This is not a job. Huge growth opportunities with our platform. Unique opportunity because we're specialists in the construction service sector. We train, pay big, provide all appointments, truck, gas tools, cool tools too. Provide all the equipment. You'll be a W-2 employee. Healthcare is available. If you want to work for a company that wants you to make as much money you can, we want you to make as much as you can. Our career opportunity pass is written for you to succeed out of 6 weeks of a $750 paid training. After training, guaranteed money minimum for living as given unless you itemize better sales number. So you either get this or you get a big that. Never worry about money again. How do you do it? You show up. Learn our processes, have some sales experience, and personally accountable. And this job's a slam dunk for you. Now the particulars. We call our sales business educators. We will educate, identify, and take sales orders. We're a fireplace chimney, blah, 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 da, 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 da. Just telling you the same stuff we always do. Our educators have daily training meetings to keep you growing and learning. We never stop growing you and your sales numbers. Our investment in you will never stop if you keep investing in us. I can't grow my business without culture and awesome people. Come find out how to be a real part of a company that actually cares about you and your success. Can't wait to meet you. And there we go. I wrote both those ads sitting in a hospital bed. And my total ads, look, $36 a day. I've only, here's what I spent so far on that ad. And I've gotten, how many, whatever it said, right? So let me go back here now. So right now you can see I've gotten 12 inspector sweep guys and 11 applicants. And right now I think we've hired 5 or 6 people. They're all awesome. So I can stop the screen. So not so much. Did everybody? Okay. Thanks, Alan. I just hear better. I sent you a PM. Thank you. So I pray that everybody just saw that on that. Can someone give me a heads up here? Give me everybody saw that screen and my ads and everything. Someone go ahead and type in a thumbs up or give me some clarity that I did it. You saw it. Anybody? But anyway, I hope you guys all saw that. If not, I mean, reach out to me. I will write your ad for you. I mean, just help you out. Okay, Steve, you saw it. Good. You could see the screen. Great. So, um, um, yeah. I mean, I'll help you write the ad really quickly. But you kind of saw what I did there, and so my total ad spend isn't even is to date $300. I mean, come on. I spent 25 grand, 30 grand this summer, literally on Indeed. And so I just got a little creative, wrote it from my heart, and it's killing it. And so um, I'll be glad to show anyone else, how to do it as well. But yeah, that's what's been going on in my life. And Masters is doing really well. Can you believe while I was gone, everything hit? We had all our new educators hit out the field, and had a couple of one new masonry crew, and Masters 200% up. We've never done this in September. September is our second worst month of the year, and we are killing it. And they did it all without me. So, I mean, I don't want to be a plug death thing here to try to just keep, hammering my business to you guys, because chat with Chad. It's not about that, but hey, if you want to learn how to run your business to where it doesn't have to be without you or with you, but it will be with you. I mean, let's face it, you can't totally ever step away. Which, as I advertised that I did, I didn't advertise to go away when it comes to I still dealt with management. I just didn't deal with day-to-day stuff. So anyway, yeah, it's not that I'm out of breath. I just took that drink of water. So please contact me if you need help. Well, I do free sessions to talk with me up front. We'll talk for an hour, 3 hours, 10 minutes. It doesn't matter. Call me. I will get your business running with your. Let me take that back. I say I. That's bullshit. It's not I. I'm just the vessel to show you to get your mindset to where you can do it. I just have the systems that you don't know about that'll help you. But then there's a difference. So let me talk a little bit about what the difference is of how you can get help in this industry. Because I'm a little unique, and I want to know if you haven't worked with me or know about me, or you have some perceived things about what a business coach actually is. I know you might have listened to my podcast, but I'm going to spell it out a little bit different for you tonight. So there's mentors, there's coaches, there's just advice, and then there's consultants. Okay? So obviously we'll start with the advice. You can go on any group, show your work, ask a question, get advice from anyone and everyone. Okay? Easy. You can hire a consultant and kind of a mentor too, like Mark Stoner or even Alan, that are consultants. They're going to come in here, they're going to give you a plan, they're going to show you how to do it, they're going to train you. They're going to train you guys how to do it. And then you're going to follow up every once in a while. Okay? And then it's on you to do it. Okay? Then there's coaches. I'm a coach consultant because you guys know I know the chimney business and stuff. And so what does a coach consultant do? Well, I actually went and got trained and actually did a bunch of testing on how to do how to be a coach and how to ask the right questions, how to listen properly, how to train myself to listen properly to bring it out in you. Because a lot of times I get called all the time from my clients and they don't know the answer, but they do, but they want reaffirmation or they want affirmation. Is this correct? Or they want to be maybe pushed over the ledge, or they need to be thinking something a little different. They know something's off and I talk them through it. I mean, who does the Pope and the president talk to? You need someone to talk to. That's the coach side of it. Is I talk to you, but then you come the consultant side. I'll help you with scripting. I'll help you with processes. I'll help you with accountability. I'll help you with I'll help you with um, even chimney stuff. I mean, chimney how to do chimney cap, full mount chimney caps. I've got people in the industry that can help you. I can call. There's so many things that I do on a daily, weekly basis. So when you work with me, you get typically an hour a week with me, 30 minutes sometimes an hour and a half. It's a scheduled appointment every week, but you also get unlimited texts and emails in between appointments. That's the thing that people don't get. I get called all the time and I love it. People calling literally saying, "Hey, I just fired a guy. What do I do?" Or I need to fire a guy. What do I do? Or, "Hey, I'm looking at this. What do you think?" Okay. And we're talking business. I'm not Steve Scally where I'm going to tell you how to do everything when it comes technically wise, but you know what? And I haven't had to yet, but I would be, easily go say, "Hey, call Steve. Steven will help you." So, but all this stuff, that is what a business coach consultant, what I do is I'm with you on the weekly, the daily. I mean, it's that. I actually had one of my clients' parents die last Saturday. I was in the hospital, and they texted me, and I got on the phone with them, and I started talking to them about everything. And the dad was actually the owner of the company, and they're partners. And we sat there and talked for about an hour and a half. I was in the hospital, and dad had literally died 12 hours before, and we just the night before, and that morning, Saturday morning, we're sitting there talking and eased them up, got their mindset with their business okay, that nothing's going to happen, and everything worked out well. They needed someone to talk to, and that's what I did. While I'm laying in a hospital bed. So I mean, um, I'm here to help you guys. I mean, I'm on a weekly thing. That's why I have to charge because it's so much time for me. I mean, I have quite a few clients, and I have quite a few space for more clients too. But I really there's nobody that's paid me money that doesn't think that the money they pay me is worth it. I mean, if you want referrals, I got tons of referrals for you. But the main thing is, I'm going to help you get your business to where you could go away. I'm going to get it, to if something were to happen, I'm going to get it to where it's an easier business to run. That's what everyone really loves about it, to make it an easier business to run. It's a process, though. It's not something overnight, but it does happen, and it does happen fairly quickly. And even during the season, a lot of people will say, "Well, I couldn't work with a coach now. We're just too busy." Actually, now's the time to work with me because now's the time I can get you to where your season will be much smoother, much smoother. And so, but anyway, we're approaching 45 minutes of me talking. Let's do a little test. Let's see where my oxygen is. And if I'm over 90, I'll keep talking. And I'm at 89. So that is probably my time. So not that it's too bad, but I hope I gave you guys the value. I will do my podcast next week for sure. And of course, I'll do Chat with Chad again. And so for everybody out there in the chimney world and even the chimney industry, I have the most admiration for the support that came out of this industry for me. I am blown away. I mean, I try to give back as much as I can. Every time someone needs a donation, I'm out there and I give money. But I like to give everything to everybody I can, that I could do for anything. So, but everyone, thank you. Kurt, thank you. I'm glad I'm back home too. And so, but at this point, I'm going to say goodnight. And everybody, I appreciate it. And I do love this industry. And anyone else, reach out to me if you need any help. I'll be glad to help you. I'm back to work full time next week. So, all right. Take care, everybody.